Hey, high levelers. In this video, what I want to do is show you how to set up your sub account inside of High Level to start selling AI services and reputation management. Now, I am an affiliate for High Level. My name is Rayo Daniel. I believe that AI and reputation management are the two best business models that you could begin working with and actually selling inside of High Level because they don't include any particular niche. All businesses can use these two services. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through a lot. This video is going to be a little bit longer, so you might want to pause it, kind of get comfortable here because I've got a lot of things I'm going to show you, a lot of things I've built. Now, I'm going to show you this as a way, I'm going to show you how I built this because I actually built two snapshots. Now, if you're new to High Level and you don't know what a snapshot is, it's a way of pre-building a lot of components that somebody can give you. High Level gives away a lot of different snapshots, but they can give you a snapshot. You can install that into your account, and then all the components that you would normally have to build manually are automatically done for you. Now, I'm going to show you two different snapshots here in this video. One of them is the agency snapshot. I'm going to walk through step by step of how you do all this. And again, if you're an affiliate of mine, or if you're looking to sign up for High Level or even upgrade to the Agency Pro, you can use my affiliate link in the video description. If you do that, you get these snapshots for free in my affiliate support community. You can just simply download them and install them. If you've already got High Level, you've already signed up with somebody else, no problem, not at all. This is just going to be a manual process for you. You're going to have to go through and write down everything I'm telling you, and then sit back and build these yourself. So unfortunately, I just at least want to show you what I did and how I did it, and then sit back and show you how all these pieces fit together, and then how you can use this to actually build and run your own AI and reputation management agency. Now, one of the other things I've also built is a problem that I see my affiliates have. Even when you get your AI business set up, it's onboarding. It's how do you get clients? When clients sign up, how do you set them up as quickly as possible? Like literally, you get that entire account set up within an hour, maybe two at the most. Now, how do you do that? You do that by having a client snapshot that every time that you build their account, you can actually deploy and use this snapshot to put all of these pre-built components into the client's work sub-account so that then they can get started. You don't have to rebuild everything manually every single time. So hopefully that makes sense. And I'm going to show you both again, the agency side. I'm going to start with that. And then after I'm done with that, I'm going to show you how to build that AI client side. Now, again, these are going to be two separate snapshots, so I'm going to be moving between the two, but I've got the cheat sheet because there's a lot of different components inside of here and I don't want to miss anything. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and get myself smaller and move myself out of the way here. Now, if we take a look here, we see that I'm already in my agency snapshot sub-account. And what I want to do is I want to go through several of the examples here. I'm going to first by starting out with custom values. Now, if you're not familiar with custom values, they're a very powerful way of being able to change something in one place and then have it affect everything else that you use inside of your system. Now I'm going to show you a few of these things that I've already built here. Inside of custom values here, I'm going to sit back and just expand these a little bit if I can. Right now, here are some of the custom values. AI discovery call text button. Now what this is, I'm going to just quickly explain some of these. I have inside of the snapshot, I think a 22 email sequence that I'm giving away to all my affiliates so that you could do cold email to all of your potential people that are looking to buy AI services. You can buy a list, you can get a list of small businesses, or if you already have somebody and you have their email, you can add them to this nurture sequence and it will send them a series of 22 different emails, getting them to buy AI services from you. And inside of their email, there's a button that allows you to sit back and schedule a discovery call. This right here just controls what the text of that button says. So again, you can control that from here. We have AI employee name, and I'm going to go through all of these as I go through the snapshot, but these are very important that whenever you install these snapshots and you fill these out, because these have a very important role a little bit later on as I start showing you some of the other components of how all this stuff works. So AI employee name, as we go through the AI system, we're going to need to give the AI agent or the employee a name. I like to make it a little bit more personal whenever I do the greetings, and I'm going to show you where that is, but you're just going to configure a name. Right now I have the name Rachel automatically configured. It doesn't really matter what's in here. None of these values will come across in the snapshot when you install them. So again, we got business logo. So once you upload your logo to the media storage, you can get the link and put that in here. And then all of the website information, the logo is going to show up everywhere on the website. The business name, this is very important. We use the business name in a lot of different places. So the business name could be different than how you actually have it set up inside of your location, which is why I don't use the tag location.name. I don't necessarily like using that because that could be more of a formal name and you might want to use an informal name, but this way you can control what the business name that you're using inside of your system, where it could be emails, posted on your website, inside of the AI agents, things like that. So this is where you would do that. You want to put in your business website. Here, I've actually got built in here, I'm actually going to show you how to build a demo system, which is very cool because now you can actually show potential prospects how the system works. Right now, if you wanted to, you can sit back and just say, hey, I've got a demo system. Why don't you call this separate phone number And it's not your main system, it's a demo system to let people see how it works. And then once they see how it works, not in a production manner, then they would be more interested in buying it. So how do you set that up? And again, we have a demo employee name. There's an employee name in that system as well, a business name and a business phone number. So again, discovery call linking. This is where once you get your discovery link set up for your call, how do you get people to schedule an appointment with you to talk to you about AI services? Now there's going to be a calendar, and then this right here is just a link to that particular calendar. So you need to make sure that you update that as well. What is your business phone number? If you do have a sales landing page, where that is, and then a support email address. So those are all the custom values that I have right now and built into this. Now, as I continue to update this, which I do, I've just recently updated. I released an AI snapshot before. This is the second version of that I'm releasing because I've seen some issues, some problems, and there's some new features that I wanted to include in here. So I'm pre-building this, and I'm just walking you guys through how to do this yourself if you want to actually create this inside of your own sub account. So let's go ahead and go back here to the main menu. And the first thing I want to do is go over to calendars. Again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. Let me close this out. Inside of the calendar settings, here's a few of the calendars that we already have. We have a client onboarding calendar. And again, that should make sense. This just means that whenever you get a new client, inside of that particular process, I'm going to show you how you do onboarding. I built an entire onboarding form and funnel in here that makes it easier. Especially if you're using the Agency Pro, how you can automate all of this stuff. And then as soon as the client signs up, then they can sit back and get an email. The email says, hey, we need to get some additional information from you. From that, then you can sit back and collect a bunch of information. I'm going to show you how it is and how it's all stored. And I'm going to get to that here in a little bit. This right here is a demo AI employee calendar. This is pretty cool because what happens is inside the demo system, you want to show the prospect that's calling how this works. Not only can they answer questions, not only can they ask for your first name, last name, they'll actually book an appointment with this person on the demo system inside of the demo calendar. And as a result of that, we have a series of automations that kick off that sends that person an email, just like their clients would get an email. And now they can actually see how that entire system works, how it goes from booking an appointment, how they can do all that themselves. And then this is the same system that customers would be using in order when they call the client. So the client can get the full aspect of this and see how cool this is. And I've got the entire system built, and I'll go over that here when we get to that particular point in the presentation. Next is a discovery call. These are the calendar that's actually going to control all of your inbound calls from clients. And again, they could do this in a multiple of different ways. You could put this discovery call button on your website. You can put it on the email sequence that I've actually got built for you. That's all done. But again, these calendars, this is what they do. And I don't know, depending upon your situation, you might want something different, but these are the calendars that I've already got pre-built here. And again, I use, if you take a look here, the onboarding client calendar is a service booking, and then the demo and discovery call are just personal ones. But you can use the service booking appointment type calendar if you want to. I just chose to use this different. So let me go back here. Those are the calendars that we've got. Right now, I do have a pipeline built, and this pipeline is specifically for the AI sales pipeline. Now, I just want to show you, here are the sequences that I've got. Now, if you're not familiar with pipelines, this right here is just a way for you to keep track of people that you put inside of a nurture sequence. If they're opening up your emails, if they click on the discovery button inside of your email, if they discover a call, did they actually do a demo inside of your system, where are they at? So this way you can keep track of everybody that you're prospecting and everybody that calls back and actually schedules a demo. You can keep track of where they're at so you can actively follow up with those people. So here's what it is. As soon as you start people in a nurture sequence, they're in this state. Then if they open up an email, any email in your nurture sequence, if they open it up, then it moves them into this stage so that, hey, at least they opened up the email, so at least they're interested. And then if they actually clicked on here to perform a demo of this, you can give them a demo number inside of the email sequence that you're sending out so they can actually call and take a look at it. If they did call, then they get moved into this particular stage and so forth. So this is one that's already pre-built. You can add to this if you want to, but this is already here. And a series of the automations will automatically move people through the pipeline so that you can easily take a look at the opportunities here and see a list of all the people that are currently in your pipeline. Now, of course, there's nobody in here right now, but here's what it looks like. And you'll see everybody listed below, anybody that's currently in that particular state, so then you can continue to follow up with them. So that's that. Now, the next thing here we're going to go into is the agents, AI agents. And I'm just trying to follow the menu here on the left. That's where I'm at. So this isn't a matter of relevance or importance. I'm just simply going down the menu, trying to help you understand all the different components so I could do it in an orderly way and I don't lose track of anything. So here we have two AI agents. Now, if you're not familiar with, these are the AI agents that handle all the inbound voice calls. Okay. So right now I have two. And as a result of this, you will need two phone numbers configured in order to make this work because each agent requires a particular phone number to be listed. Now, this right here is where there's some talk about how do I configure it and how do I program the AI agent and things like that. let's kind of go through and walk through this. First of all, I have just the business AI agent, which just means this is the AI agent that's going to be answering your sub-account's phone number. So this is the one that you advertise, people call in and they have questions. If you're unable to answer, then you can actually have this particular AI agent answer the phone. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. Now, if you haven't already, one of the things that you should do is if you've already been using AI agent and it's an older one, there should be an upgrade button over here. Notice that this already says upgraded over here. And if not, if you are using one of the original AI agents that were created in version 1, then you should upgrade this because there are certain features that are only available on the upgrade. Now that means things like this LLM model. So this right here is a particular model that allows you to choose which AI agent type you want to use. So you can use different versions of ChatGPT, you can use Claude, you can use Gemini, you can use whatever AI model that you want. Currently, I'm just using ChatGPT 5 for this. Now, here's a couple of the things where these custom fields come into play. Here's where your business name is. So right now, the business name that you put into your custom field, this will automatically get populated here inside of the business name. So that right there, you don't need to worry about. And then here inside, let me move this away here. I'm going to try to blow this up a little bit just so that you can see it better. Hello, my name is custom value employee name. So again, remember in this one, I use the example Rachel. Hello, my name is Rachel. You have reached business name, whatever your business name is. How can I help you today? So that right there is just more of a way to personalize communication with people so that they actually think like they're talking with a real person. So anyway, that right there is how this is already pre-built. You have certain agent goals. Now, here's where it really comes into play because with this, I have configured what's called a knowledge base. Now, I want to go ahead and leave this screen for a second and show you the knowledge bases. Now, as a part of this, if you do get my snapshot, I have pre-built a lot of different knowledge bases in here. And what this is, a knowledge base is a way to quickly program the AI with a certain set of skills and knowledge regarding a particular different area. Now, I have an AI knowledge base. This is where if customers are calling in and they're asking about AI and they just have different questions like that, this is basically a very nice FAQ that I've built and I'm offering with this particular snapshot on how the AI system can answer questions regarding AI. Now, I'm also pre-built like a dozen other, a little bit more than 12 or 13 different other knowledge bases. If you take a look here, electrician, massage therapist, dentist, plumbers, HVAC, pest control, reputation management. All of these are different knowledge bases that I've already pre-programmed. And in order to use them, all you have to do is select them inside of your agent list. Now I want to go back into the agent here inside of the agent goals. This right here is where you would just simply select the drop-down list. And this is going to be really relevant when it comes to your client, not necessarily you, because you're probably going to want to keep the AI knowledge base. Or if you're specifically just going to be doing reputation management, then you might want to put in reputation management knowledge base in here. But this right here is going to program the AI and make it fully equipped to be able to answer any questions that you have regarding AI services. Now, if you have particular services that you're offering and things like that, you may want to go in and update this or even add to the knowledge base to include additional questions, additional information that you want the AI system to understand. That way it can answer questions completely. So now that I've said that, I just want to sit back and let you know that we do have it programmed to do name, email, address, contacts, issues. So it'll try to communicate and gather all the information as possible. If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to get the address, for example, just simply uncheck that, click save. And now what it's saying is, hey, I'm just going to collect name, email, and then the contacts issue. So you can get back to them if you wish. Here, if you wanted to, I've got it set up to where it's going to send an email to all the admins of this. Every time somebody calls with a conversation, an update of the conversation script of what happened and things like that. So all of that can be done. Now here's where you sit back and select the phone number, what you actually program the phone number, which is actually inside of the settings here. I'll let you deal with that, but it's very easy to go through the phone numbers, actually get a phone number and actually add a phone number to your account. Now, a lot of people can get confused on this. A2P registration. You do not need to have A2P registration in order for it to work with the AI agents. The AI agent is simply going to be answering phone calls and potentially even making phone calls on outbound. Now, I don't include anything outbound in this snapshot here because that's a new feature. There's a lot of compliance regarding that. And right now it's just a lot of stuff that they don't even have it snapshots yet. So this is just simply for inbound, but you only need A2P registration if you're going to be sending out outbound text messages. So again, you can buy a phone number and have it immediately available for AI services right away, which just makes this very quick and easy. You don't need to worry to get A2P certified before this works. Okay. As a matter of fact, you don't need to get A2P certified at all if you're not going to be sending out outbound SMS messages, just to let you know. So right now the agent is just pretty quick to configure here. Now in the agent goals, this is where you want to sit back and program as much as you can. And if you switch over to advanced mode inside of this snapshot, I've got a series of stuff already pre-programmed in here inside of the agent role. This right here is where it comes to building your prompt, customizing your prompt. But believe it or not, the default high-level prompt that you get will suffice for getting your business up and going. Now, again, I'm looking for speed here. A lot of people that sign up as my affiliate want to get their business up and going very quickly. And that's why I even built this AI agent snapshot, is so that whenever you sign up, you can get the agent snapshot, deploy all of this stuff to your account, and literally get your business up and going in an hour. And now you can even have a website. We haven't gotten to that yet, but have a website, have all this other stuff pre-built, and all you have to do is go and customize a few things that I'm going to talk about here. But I also want to make sure, I know there's a lot of people out there that says, hey, Ray, I didn't know that you were an affiliate. I signed up with somebody else, but I'm still looking to generate an AI business, which is why I'm creating this video. I'm creating it for you, so I can show you all the components and you can just walk through this video and build them along with me here. Now, I know you won't have the knowledge bases. I'm sorry. Those things are pre-built. I do a lot of work for my affiliates. I'm available on Zoom calls to help you out with any of this stuff. But right now, if you're looking to purchase high level or even upgrade to the Agent 2 Pro, you can use my link and get all of these bonuses with it, as well as access to me, just to let you know. So right now I'm going to move back to the agent list and the demo agent. So the demo agent, again, is one of those ones. I'm going to show you how this works on the website, but this is a way that people can look at your website. They can actually call a demo number to see how this stuff works. This is pretty cool, because if you're ever talking to a business owner, if you know what your demo line is, you can just simply say, I tell you what, do you want to just simply look at this? You pull out your phone and call your demo number, put it on speaker, and then hold your phone up and just say, here's an example of a demo, and just play along. And the demo line is supposed to be a fake company. Okay. Now in the demo line, this is where I use, if you take a look here, notice I don't have a business name here. I've actually got this filled in because I want to show you this as an example. You should have an actual business name, and this shouldn't be an AI business. This should be a business regarding a particular niche that you're dealing with, whether it be home services, massage therapists, dentists. If you're focusing, for instance, on dentists, then this should be a dental company. Okay. Because you want to show your client exactly how it works. But I'm trying to use something generic that anybody that has a business would probably use. If you're a homeowner, you can understand that you might have a plumbing problem. You might need to call a plumber at some point. So here is Frank's Plumbing. So again, down here, if we take a look, I've got this already set up. Hello, my name is Rachel, and you have reached Frank's Plumbing. This call is for demonstration purposes only. Please play along like you're a customer. How can I help you today? Okay. And I did this on purpose because right now, when somebody calls the demo line, I want to make sure that the owner doesn't feel pressure, like they're actually calling and scheduling something in real time. I want them to understand that this is a demo. Please play along. And this is just to help you understand how the AI system works. So this way it puts them a little bit more at ease and allows them to pretend and to play along with the scenario. So again, here, if you click on agent goals, notice here, I've actually got the plumber's knowledge base. So now in this case, I'm a plumbing company. So I want to choose the plumber knowledge base, because now I'm going to fill the AI with all the plumbing stuff, that questions that people could ask, and then give the AI system to be able to respond correctly to that. So again, this is just that. So here is a lot of the information that you have pre-built in here. That is a part of just your script for how this works. And again, for the phone, you want to make sure that you choose a different phone number. This is different than the business AI system that you have. So just keep that in mind. And this will be a separate phone number that you can give out to people and you can actually call. Now, let me stop you right here and say that if you're going to be using and selling AI services, you should absolutely have AI Employee, the full unlimited edition. Currently right now, I believe it's $97 a month, but you should definitely have that on your business sub account, because if you don't, these charges can make it go crazy. Okay. Now keep in mind the AI charges are $97, but you're still going to be charged for inbound calls, for emails, text messaging. You as an agency will be charged for that, but at least you won't be charged for if you get a lot of calls regarding the AI system, because that could be a bit pricey, especially if you're getting 10, 20, 50, 100 plus calls per month, depending upon the marketing that you're doing. So just to let you know that. So this is a way that you can actually have two agents, a business and then a demo agent, set up inside of your system and actually provide demo services. And again, I'm going to keep going over in certain areas where I show the demo number and on the website, how that works whenever I get there. So just give me a second and I will end up getting here. Now, inside of the conversation AI, keep in mind the voice AI only monitors the inbound phone calls, but there are many other channels inside of High Level that a customer can contact you from. They can text your business number. They can communicate with you via Facebook. They can communicate with you via Instagram if you're on social media. They can maybe come across your website and you might have a chat widget, whether it be a live chat widget or something like that. They can be communicating with you on your website for that particular communication mechanism. Now you have the conversation AI piece, which is going to pick up all of the other channels and communicate with them from there. So I already have that pre-built. Again, we're using very similar prompts with regards to agent goals here, but here I've got this set to autopilot mode, which means that it's going to answer automatically. If we take a look here, we see that here's all the channels. So if you do live chat, Instagram, Facebook, SMS, or even the chat widget. Now I don't have WhatsApp installed here, but if you do use WhatsApp, you can actually put WhatsApp as a response channel for this, which is pretty cool. So this right here, is that the bot training? This is just simply where you're selecting a knowledge base, and keep in mind, This is for your AI agent business. So you want to make sure you use the same AI knowledge base so that regardless if they call or if they come across your website, they're getting the same response. The AI bot is trained exactly the same. So again, if you look at the bot goals, this is where you program all of your custom fields in here, and the high level does a really great job of providing a lot of this by default in here. So again, if you look at it, and then this right here is just a dashboard that shows you all the unique contacts that you've had and stuff like that. But conversation AI is built in, and no matter if somebody sends you a message on Facebook, Instagram, the communication is still going to be the same inside of high level with regards to answering the AI questions. Because I'm assuming if you're going to be promoting on your Facebook page, you're going to be creating posts and things like that are going to attract people to being able to buy AI services or even reputation management services from you. So anyway, that's that. Let me see what's next. Next, we're going to move on to the websites. So here on the websites, I'm going to go to the website first here. Now, my original snapshot, I had about 4 or 5 different templates and allowed you to choose between them. Right now, I've combined that to just one to make it very easy. And I'm going to just show you what this looks like. This is a templated website. And this is where, again, people get nervous, especially my affiliates. Like, I got a lot of work. I've got to get my website up for people to be able to come through it, for me to be able to market, for people to come and start buying these products automatically. And when they buy them, then high level can automatically get their account created. They can automatically be sent to the onboarding funnel, which I'm going to go over here in just a minute when I cover this. How does all this stuff work? How can I gather all this information for the customers? How can I get the customer's account created? How can I pre-program the customer account with all of the AI client snapshot? Now, we haven't gone over that. That's going to be after I cover this one. But all of these components that are going to be delivered and installed directly into the client account, that's going to make it very easy for me to configure and get their AI system set up to answer the phones and things like that very quickly. So that right there, again, it's coming. I told you this is going to be a long one. I know we're already coming here. We're probably going to go well over an hour on this one, but I want to go and walk you through step by step of at least how you can build, or at least what I have available inside of this snapshot. Again, for people that sign up using my affiliate link, you get all this. You don't have to build this. So if you're not, I'm sorry, you will have to build this on your own. Now, let me show you the website here. I have a home page. Now, I have a page specifically for review management, for AI automation. And inside of these pages, you're going to see I have custom pre-built videos that are used for demonstration purposes that are generic. They just go over what are you going to be doing to solve the reputation management problem with AI? How does AI help solve the problems? And I'm going to show you all this stuff when I show you the website. I'm just trying to show you high level all of the things that are involved in here. So we have a contact page. Obviously, that's going to be important if you do want to get registered for A2P registration, because this is a component that you need with that. Now, I do have an About Us page with this. I don't actually link that in the main website. I leave that up to you. If you want to link that or not, you'll have to add a menu option, but these things are already pre-built. This is one of the things that's nice about this, is that it's already pre-built with all of the reputation management copy, verbiage, all the AI employee copy and verbiage that you need. So you don't need to build all that stuff yourself. This could take honestly, hours and hours to build all this stuff. And I just want to give it to you so you can have a website with your own custom logo, with your own demo AI phone number set up very quickly within an hour of getting this stuff installed. This is how powerful the snapshot is. But moving on here, we've got review plans. So if somebody wanted to purchase something, and the pricing page right here, anybody that wants to buy something from you, they're going to get sent to the pricing page. This is where you're going to have your pricing plans. Depending upon what they pick, they could buy reputation management. They could buy the AI automation. They get sent to different sales pages. And then right now, I didn't have this before, but I've actually included a generic terms and conditions page, as well as a privacy policy. Now, why did I do this? Because most people do want to get A2P certified. If you do get A2P certified, having a terms and conditions and privacy policy is going to be required. And when they look at your website, stuff like that, to actually get you registered. If not, this is where a lot of people have a big problem, but you don't need to worry about that, because as soon as you fill out all the custom values, all of the information here on the terms and conditions and privacy policies are automatically pre-populated for you with your company name, your company support email, all that kind of stuff. So you don't really need to do anything except configure the custom fields once, and all of this stuff is done. The logos are done for you and everything. So let me take a quick look just to kind of show you, for those people that are looking to build this yourself. This is what it looks like. Now, your logo here, this is just a placeholder that I've got here. And then here's your products, your AI employee reputation management. Here's your pricing and your contact. And we're going to go over all these, but these are just a way of this website. It's just what we have for all of your AI services. You have an FAQ. And then again, at the bottom, you've got your terms of service and privacy policy linked in the footer. Now, I'm going to show you a few of the things that we have here. If you do want to go, you can remove these menu options, by the way. If you don't want reputation management or review management on the site, then just remove the menu link. The page is still going to be there, but people won't be able to access it because it won't be there. So if you do click on this, this is what, actually, before I get started here, I do want to show you, if you look down here, this right here is the chat widget I've got configured. And You will need to go inside of here and customize this. Unfortunately, custom fields are inside of the chat widget configuration. Unfortunately, custom values aren't configurable yet, and they don't work inside of the chat widget settings. But if you take a look here, hello, my name is employee name, just remove this custom field and put in the employee name. I'm an AI assistant here at business name. How can I help you today? And notice they even have a cute little AI sort of person here already pre-built, so you don't have to use a standard template anyway. And again, if you want to click on this, is very nice because it does give you just your chat widget that again uses that same AI knowledge base I told you about to communicate with people. And it can even book a strategy call as well. So that's what it's programmed for. So if we take a look here and go to the automated review page, this is where I have this video auto loaded. Now I'm just gonna pause this real quick here. If I can't, I think I might need to adjust the settings. I don't think I have it where you can pause it, it just runs, but this right here is the generic video that you can actually send to people. If people want to come in and see, what do you do with me? How does review management work? A client could potentially review this and say, hey, this is how it all works. And if they could turn the sound on, I don't want it to interfere, but this is a generic video that I'd created for all of my affiliates just so that they don't have to have it done for them. They could just simply put this on the page and run with this. And then here's all the verbiage about, notice that the video continues to play, even though I'm scrolling. That's a great feature. And then if they want to get started, they just simply click on the Get Started button. That takes them over to the pricing page. They can simply buy the reviews, automation, the AI employee, click on either one of these. Let's just say you want to click on this to get signed up. It'll then take you over to the review automation page, where you simply say, hey, here's what you get. You get all the reviews, the messaging, email and text, the CRM. I don't know if you want a 14-day free trial. You might want to update that depending on if you want to offer a free trial or not. But this right here is just simply a two-step order form. You would simply order it. And then from there, I'm going to show you inside of the automations what happens once somebody buys something from your website. So you can see how this works, but it is already pre-built and you don't need to do anything. Now, the one thing that you do need to do here, I'm going to be upfront. If you do click on this, each one of the reviews and AI page, you will have to configure your product on those pages in order for the sales to work. But if you're dealing with high level, you already knew that. This is just a placeholder. I can't configure your products inside of the sales page itself. I can't do that on a snapshot, but I can give you the page, and then all you have to do is come back to this particular reviews plan purchase. You would come to this page and then click on products. And then inside here, you would just simply click on add products, and then you can add your products that you already have pre-built and configured inside of the account. So that's how that works. And again, you would have to do the same for inside of the automation piece. You'd have to configure the AI component for that as well. Just wanted to show you. And now I'm going to go back to the website. Once you click on these, again, I'll show you the AI employee. This is where, again, it has another AI video that shows you about how AI works 24/7, no breaks, no sick days. How the AI employee can answer every call, instantly respond to both a phone call, to the website visitor, to Facebook, any of those things, AI employee will answer them automatically. And again, it has all of the verbiage here for never miss a phone call, turning them into missed leads, things like that. And all of these basically point them toward the pricing page, which in turn gets them to sign up, which in turn gets them to purchase something. And then when they purchase something, I'm going to go over to how the onboarding works and things like that, and how I got that set up for you as well. But here's just a few of the things that you get. You may want to customize this if you don't want to offer these as well. If you want to change it, if you want to add or remove, you would just simply add or remove these particular components. They just tell you what you get. Okay, here, pricing page, again, it's just the pricing that we already see. The contact page, I already have just a basic pre-built form. Give me your name, phone number, email address. This right here says what service. Do you want AI employee reputation management, or do you want both? And again, here's again, how can I help you? This is required because I want them to put in here, yes, I want to buy AI services, or I want help with something, or I want to find out more information about. But notice that it does have a star, which means it's a required field. All of these are required fields, as well as this right here is just a way for compliance. This goes back to A2P registration. You do need a compliance that says, hey, check the box. It's required if you want to sit back and get information from us, because that way, if you don't have that, then the A2P registration will most likely fail. So here's a few more things. Notice at the top right here, this is where somebody visits it. You can see AI employee demo. Call this number. Again, please don't call the number. It's a fake number. It doesn't work, but this number is configured inside of the custom value. And once you configure that, then that automatically gets pre-populated here on the website. So all you have to do is just buy a phone number, take the phone number, put it in the custom value, and then the website's automatically updated. They can click on this, especially with mobile, call the number. And then when they call the number, then they go through the demo line, the demo Frank's Plumbing here. It'll go through, show them how it works, schedule an appointment. They'll actually get an email, and I'll show you the automation that handles that when we get to the automations part. But again, your email address, your phone number, all of these things get pre-populated here. So again, this right here is just the website and what I have for you already pre-built. I know it's a long video, just need to drink the water. So this right here is the website that I built. Again, It's not going to be 100% perfect. Okay. My goal is to get you up and going very quickly. If you sign up with me, I want to get you up and able to do AI services and businesses within a few hours, even within the first day, at least within 24 hours. You can deploy this, build everything out that I've got in here, fill out all the custom values, and then boom, you've got a website, you've got everything else that's fully functional. Your products are ready to sell. You're ready to start going. You can even start doing all of your email sequences and things like that. As a matter of fact, I think I skipped over the email sequence here, so forgive me. I'm going to get to that here, but I do want to go back to the funnels. Now, this AI employee automation, I built this with just the AI feature instead of high level. You can take a look at it and use it somewhere in your business if you want to. I'm not going to go over here for those people that get this, but I do want to cover the SaaS onboarding funnel. So here's what happens. Let's just say somebody goes to your website and they buy a product. Okay. If they buy a product, they may want to sit back, depending on the type of product. You may want to have a different onboarding for this. This is built for the AI system to gather all the information that somebody may need. So if we click on the onboarding funnel, and once somebody buys something here, automation is going to recognize, hey, somebody just bought something. I'm going to notify the team that somebody just purchased something online. And then I'm going to send the customer an email letting them know that additional information is required. And then that's going to redirect them to this funnel here. And again, this funnel is, I'm going to call it functional, but not necessarily beautiful. So if you want it to be beautiful, you could pretty it up. But right now, I just want to make sure that you understand that if somebody bought something, they already bought it. They went through the process of that particular website. That's done. Now they're going to get, hey, congratulations, welcome, email, some additional information is required. Please click on this. So you're going to come to here. And then when they get here, now they're going to fill out things like their business name, any DBA names they've got. Just because their business name is one thing, they could also be doing business as another name. Primary phone number, primary contact phone, all these different things. Who answers your company's phone? Here's some things that you might want to gather. Are calls answered after hours? Yes or no? This right here is a great way to sit back and help understand, because if calls are being answered after hours and they're using an after hours call center, for instance, you can eliminate that cost from your customer and actually have the AI, the voice agent, answer those calls and do the exact same thing as a call center does, but now you're doing it themselves. So again, Google Business Profile. Is your Google Business verified? You might want to figure that out before you have the initial onboarding call. Do you currently have Google review process in place? Does they have an official process in place for doing Google reviews? Yes or no? So here's just to answer that. Who responds to your Google reviews left by customers? Office worker, owner, reviews are not responded to, other, just to kind of give you information. And again, business website information, social media information. This is just basic information. You could always add to this. Okay, you can always simply add, and all of these are just custom fields. And I'll show you where that is here. But I've added all these custom fields. They're actually put inside of a client folder to make it very nice and easy when it comes to accessing it inside of the contact record. So if I go to settings and then go to custom fields, inside of the folders, notice I have this client info. So again, if you look at a contact inside of your CRM system, there's going to be a folder called client info that now you can expand. That's going to give you all this information, and you're not going to have all these fields just at the root of the contact junking up the contact record. So all of this information is here. You can just simply add a field if you want to extend that. Now, keep in mind, if you do want to add fields for this particular snapshot, you will have to go to the form builder. Okay, and I'll just show you this here. We've got two forms. The contact form on the website, if you want to change, that's this one. But here's the client onboarding form. So this right here is where you simply go through and update anything on the client onboarding form that you want. And then whenever somebody fills this out inside of the funnel, then basically let me show you what happens next. They're going to fill all that stuff out. That's going to get saved inside of the contact record. When it gets saved inside of the contact record here, let me go back to funnels, go to the onboarding funnel here. So after you gather more data, one of the next things you want to do is schedule an onboarding call. Now, I didn't program this on the onboarding calendar, so that you might want to do this yourself, specifically if you're installing the snapshot. And that is, you might want to push the onboarding calendar out, let's just say 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, at least a number of days, so that your team can look at the account, get prepared, look at all the information on the onboarding form, and be prepared for an onboarding call. So you might want to push out like at least the wait time on the calendar, a day, 2 days, or even 3 days in the future, to give your team time to prepare for speaking to that customer. That way, when you're on the phone call, you're completely prepared. You've reviewed all the information they've submitted on the form. If they haven't submitted the form, then you can simply ask them to fill out the form again, if they didn't do it in the email, and so forth. So here's just simply an onboarding calendar. So as soon as they fill out the onboarding form, then once they fill out that form, they're going to go to the onboarding call. And again, this is where you can, I'm going to just take a look at it real quick. This is nothing big. This is, again, very basic. Schedule here for your onboarding call. You can put your logo here. And again, this logo is automatically populated whenever you put in your logo, but you can make this calendar look more pretty. You can add colors. You can add an icon here. You can make it look a lot better. But again, I'm talking about functionality here. But After they fill out their form and gather all the onboarding form, then they're going to come here and schedule a time that they can speak to somebody. And I don't know if you want to have 30 minutes, you want to make this an hour, 2 hours, you're going to have to adjust the calendar depending upon your current meeting time. But again, this is going to be completely up to you. Right now, it's just after 30 minutes. So again, they're going to come here, they're going to schedule an onboarding call. And then when they schedule the onboarding call, then you finally have a little welcome here. I would recommend just making this a little bit more personal. You got your logo, welcome to the business name. Thank you for providing the information. And then you've got this little video. Hey, I just want to welcome you to the group. Thank you very much for submitting your information, as well as scheduling your onboarding call. We will in a few days. Just that kind of message. It's just a simple video message that you could record. But now people feel like, okay, I've done everything. And now you can even give them on this video the next steps. Hey, you submitted all your information. Our team is going to take the next couple of days to go over your account, take a look at it, do some background research before we actually contact you. We're really looking forward to scheduling the call with you here in a few days, and we'll welcome you on board. Thank you so much. You can please email us at this email address if you have any questions. The email that we sent you, just reply back if you have any questions, stuff like that. But just make it a nice warm email. And that is it. That's simple onboarding form that you could do to gather all this information. And this could save you 30 minutes or more of a phone call gathering all this information so that when you actually have your onboarding call, you're much more prepared. You've already looked at their Google business profile if they have one. You've already looked at things that they're not doing. You could take a look at their Facebook page. You could take a look at their Instagram. All of this stuff you could take a look at here before you actually speak to them so you can give them some advice and maybe even begin selling them some additional service. This is why I love dealing with AI and reputation management, because these two services are what everybody needs. And when you get them and you prove them and this stuff works, you can start selling them other things. If you sell them AI, you could easily sell them reputation management and add a few $100s a month to their bill. If they're already doing something and they're not posting to social media and you see a benefit to that, you can actually become their social media manager and start selling them social media, produce their own content and publish it through the social planner and charge them $300 to $500 a month. Social media managers make money because they have to create 30 days worth of content, get it posted, and continually start driving leads to their business. So anyway, it's really easy to sell other high-level services whenever you automatically get your foot in the door. So those are the websites and funnels that I offer, the forms. If you want to look at the chat widget, here's the chat widget configuration. It's just set up for a live chat. If you wanted to, you can configure that to something else. It's just completely up to you. There's several different chat widgets that you can configure, but I just chose the live chat. That way, when people go to the website, it's actually a one-on-one connection. It's not leave your name, email, and we get back to you. It's, hey, what questions do you have? What can I answer for you right now? They put in a question. The AI knowledge base and the AI employee automatically responds or responds back to them with the goal of scheduling a discovery call for them, the customer on the website, to buy your services, whatever services you're selling here. Hopefully it's AI and reputation management. So again, that's these. Let me look at my cheat sheet to go through and make sure. I did hop over the whole marketing area. So let me look at these emails and email template. But here's several different folders. This is the AI email nurture sequence I told you about. I haven't gotten to Google reviews, but there are a couple of Google review emails that you can use in here to get your own Google reviews if you want to. And then website sale. This right here is what happens whenever you get a new customer, how you sit back and redirect them to fill out more information. Again, these templates, I've got something here just to show you, but it's just, hey, next steps. So as soon as they buy something on the website, you could simply send them, hey, next steps to get your account fully set up, complete the setup here. And when you complete the setup, then it redirects them over to the funnel, whatever URL or domain name you've got for the funnel. Most likely it could be a sub-account of your business, like onboarding.business domain name, something like that. And then you could just simply click here and then put in whatever URL you want them to go to here. And then they can put in all the information for the customer side. So that's one. Let me just show you here. These are just emails, but the nurture sequence, and these are a lot. I'll just pull one out here. So here, hey, your website forms don't have to be boring, and they definitely don't have to be slow. This is just a part of an email sequence here that's, again, looking to sell them AI services. So if you do have a list, you don't need to come up with a series of emails. I already have the workflow set up. You just simply load all the people in your account, choose them, select the AI nurture sequence workflow, and then all these emails start going out. Again, there might be some customization to that, depending upon how often you want to send it out to them. And when I get to the automations area, I'll show you. But again, we're still on the agency snapshot here. We haven't even gotten to the client snapshot yet. So all of these things are, again, what I like to give my affiliates, because I want to give you everything that you need to get your business up and going and start prospecting and so forth. Now, Google reviews. This is a little bit different than I would recommend for your customer. Let me explain this real quick. You are running an AI agency. Now, you're getting paid every month from your customer. So if you're selling AI services, you should be selling this for like at least a minimum of $500 a month, if not more. Okay, but I think 500 is at least a minimum for doing this, because you're going to be providing unlimited AI services for your client, and that's already $97. So 500 minus 97, you're at $403 of profit from the account every month. But again, $500 a month is what you should be sending. And again, they're paying you every single month for this. Now, because they're paying you every single month, you don't need to have hundreds or even thousands of customers like your clients. Let me just explain. Frank's Plumbing. If Frank's Plumbing has been in business for a couple of years, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, they could potentially have thousands of customers in their database, in their CRM system, of people that they've helped over those 2, 5, or 10 years or 20 years. They could even have multiple tens of thousands of customers. But here's the problem. Frank's Plumbing is not getting paid every month from every one of the customers in their system. You are. Okay? Remember that. So with the client, they're going to be dealing with a lot of customers every day, depending on if there's just one technician, if there's 2 technicians, if there's 5 technicians. You might be dealing anywhere for Frank's Plumbing. If it's an owner operator, he might be doing probably minimum 5 to 6 service calls a day, maybe even up to 10 service calls a day. That's 10 customers per day. Now with that level, you need to have some level of automation to start sending out those Google reviews. But as an AI agency owner, you're not going to be having 5 or 10 customers per day. If you're really growing your agency, you could be. You could look to scale up. But again, just think about it. If you're doing $500 a month, all you would need to have is 20 customers to get to $10,000 a month in revenue. Now, that's not necessarily revenue that you get to keep, because like I said, there's going to be part of AI services involved in that. But you're talking 20, 30, 40, 50 people, okay? And when you're dealing with this, you're most likely going to be talking to these customers every day, or not every day, at least every month or something like that, because they're going to be a customer of yours. Now, if they are a customer, you want to make sure that you prove that the system works. And when you speak to that person, you're going to be pretty much asking, hey, I know we've been working with each other for the last 45 days. You've seen the power of the system. You've been very happy. I'd like to see if it's possible that you could feel comfortable giving us a Google review. So you're probably going to be asking them for a Google review and not just automatically sending them something like a client is going to be, like Frank's Plumbing. Okay, Frank's Plumbing, part of the system is you always get a follow-up email. Hey, thank you so much for being a client. We'd be happy to give us a survey. I'm sorry, not a survey, but a review. Now, typically Frank's not going to be calling every one of those customers. Now, if they're really good, before that technician leaves the customer, they could just simply ask, hey, I just want to let you know that as part of our follow-up, we're going to be sending you an email that's just going to be asking you for a review to let us know what our services are. It would be greatly appreciated if you could just take a minute and respond to that email and leave us a Google review to just see if our services are up to par. Something like that. But again, as an agency owner, you're not going to need a whole email sequence like you would if you're a customer. Because if you're a customer of Frank's Plumbing, maybe they don't respond to the first email. You might have to follow up once, maybe even twice. But you don't want to follow up a lot. So the agency side and the client side are going to be a little bit different with regards to Google reviews. So that's why I just have a one simple default email here. That's pretty straightforward. And it's just going to be just an email just saying, hey, click here to write us a review. And then there's several different ways that you could start this email out. This is an email, but I've got this email automatically configured inside of a workflow that you can start and just simply add that person to an automation. There's several different ways that you can send this email out, but for the most part, you're already going to speak to a customer. They're already expecting the email. When they get it, they're going to fill it out and give you a great review. Okay. So again, as an agency owner, you don't need to build out a huge, robust system unless you're just dealing with a lot of different customers every single day. You're like definitely a 7-figure per year plus business. Then you might want to include some automation. But if you only have 30, 40, 50 customers, 100 customers, then these are probably going to be acquired over time, and you can simply speak to them because you're already going to be talking to them anyway, going over their accounts, how many calls and things like that they've got. Just simply ask for a review and then follow up with an email that's going to give them a link to do. Okay. So I just want to explain that to you and set your mind on that. So here's all the email sequences that we have. While I'm here, I do want to just show you there is some trigger links. So trigger links, the discovery call calendar link. This is inside the email sequences for AI, the AI nurture sequence. If somebody does click on that link, you could track that. And there is an automation that you could track if you want to. You don't have to, but I wanted to put that in there so that if you can determine how many people click the button in the emails, that could be valuable to you. Watch the AI demo. So if they did simply click on the demo inside of the email as well, and you want to sit back and track how many people clicked on the demo link, you could. And then the Google review link. How many people opened up the Google review link trigger? So you can track all of those if you want to. You don't have to, but you can. So just want to let you know that. Good. Let me see, keep going down. I think one of the last things here is the automations area. And I know you've been here with me for a while. We're bordering a little bit on an hour here, but hopefully you've got some good insight of how to start building out your own sub-accounts, some good ideas that you can include. And hopefully you'll get some more ideas here when we talk about the workflows, because this is really the heart of all the automation pieces of all the things we've already built to make them work and be automated. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm a big organization person, so I do folders for everything. Why not? Because they're a good way to organize things. So let's go ahead and just start at the top here and deal with all the AI workflows. So again, after demo call workflow. Now, notice that this one is published. This is the only workflow that you'll see in my snapshot that's published. Why? I had to publish it in order for you to utilize it inside of the demo call line, inside of the demo agent. Whenever somebody calls a demo line, the demo AI agent will automatically fire this workflow. And again, I had to make it publish in order for me to configure that inside of the demo agent. But again, this will run, it'll add the demo user tag, it'll tag them as a demo user. That way you can look through all of your contacts and say, hey, how many people actually went and looked at the demos and went through the demo process? You can do that. Here's an internal notification notifying the team, and then adding a task to follow up with that particular person. Because obviously, if they went through all the trouble of calling the demo, they're very interested. So this might want to trigger either you or your salespeople to give them a call as soon as possible. So that right there is one. The demo AI appointment, sorry, not employment. So this right here is that they do schedule an appointment with this. This right here is something that you could fire. It goes off the demo calendar. It tags them as just being a demo. It updates the user here, updates whatever user that you have in your system, so that assigns it to that particular user. Confirm email. This right here is just a basic email that you end up getting. And again, this is just something that you configure. Hey, first name, your appointment has been confirmed for the start time. This is pretty basic. And then here's where I say, this is an example message. Let me see if I can blow this up. This is an example message we can create for your customers whenever they schedule an appointment with your new AI employee. Imagine never answering the phone again and still getting customers booked. Again, this is after somebody has gone through it. They've asked for their name, phone number. Here's the appointment time that works best for us. What works best for you? Great. I've already booked the appointment. And then they get this email as a follow-up. Very impressive to allow a prospect to see how the system works before they actually use it. And now they're like, absolutely, I want that system in my business. And then it notifies the team that somebody went through the process and then adds a task. Okay. So again, you can customize all these if you want to. And then if somebody does configure a discovery call with you, this is just the appointment that goes through and lets them know, hey, what happened? Schedule discovery call. This right here is just your opportunity. Like I said, it goes to the opportunity pipeline that I talked to you earlier, moves them in different stages. Assigned user removes them from the workflow. Because right now, if you have them a part of this AI sequence and they schedule an appointment, you don't want to keep sending them emails to get them to schedule an appointment. So you want to remove them from the nurture sequence, which is what this does here. Sends a confirmation email and reminds them and all these other type of things. So you can take a look at it here, but that's just something that happens whenever somebody schedules a demo call. Okay. Now, cold email campaign. This is where the AI nurture sequence I told you about. So here's that AI customer nurture sequence. This has, if you want to, you would just simply add people to this workflow, and then it would add them to the pipeline. It adds them, tags them inside of the nurture sequence. It does wait. This way, if you ever start, it just waits until the next morning, Monday through Friday, start sending out emails. But then the first email goes out, it waits 2 days. The second email, it waits, I think, another 2 days again. So it sends one out every 2 days. Now, if you want to send out every day, every hour, that's crazy, but you could do that if you want to. So just letting you know that is available for you here. So anyway, this is the nurture sequence, and it's already pre-built with all the 22 email sequences. This could take you a while to build, but you don't need to do it because I've already done it for you. Configure an email sequence, going through. And again, I have another video about how to create an email campaign on my YouTube channel. You could watch it if you're building that. But again, I have another workflow here that just says email is opened. So now the email is opened, you can simply say, hey, if somebody did open up an email, you could fire off a workflow that does something else if you want to. Because if somebody opened up the email, then that means they're interested. Okay, so you could track that if you wanted to. I've got one here. It's pretty straightforward. So this right here, contact management, add these to all of it. These are just some default things that happen if you have a bad email address, if a contact unsubscribes, if they report as spam, if you're dealing with phone numbers, if it's a bad phone number, or they can't have SMS messages. Believe it or not, some people still have landlines on phones that can't receive text messages. So if you do get those kinds of bounce backs, how do you handle that? Like, how do you update the contact record so you don't keep sending that person an email again and again? That kind of thing. So I include all these, and I'm not going to go through all of them, but these are just things that I include with all of them just to help you out with your contact management to make it easier. Again, pipeline management. So depending upon if they put people in the nurture sequence, and then as you move through each step of the pipeline, if you want to have a workflow triggered or something, depending on somebody moves, these are just workflows that are already pre-built. And all you have to do is just simply open this up. The triggers have already been added, but there's no details in here because the details are really what you want them to be. I just gave you the placeholders to be able to create them yourself. If you want to, you don't have to do anything here if you don't want to, but they're here in case you want to do anything regarding pipeline management. That's all. So the next one is reputation management. Now here's where I have Google review automation email and then the template. So what do I mean by that? So here inside of the Google review email, this is where If you wanted to, you could just simply send them an email. And this part is, okay, you already spoke to the customer like we talked about earlier. Now you can simply highlight that customer, click put into workflow, Google review automation email, send. That would be one way that you could simply send the person an email and let them know if you wanted to. So I created this. This right here deals with the email template that you already saw. That was already in the system here. So this is the email template. It sends them an email out, just says thank you. Oh, and a small fade. So again, this is one way that you could do it. Another way you could do it is to use the Google review template. Now, if you don't know where that is, if you come down here, reputation management, inside of the setting, you can configure email requests right here. Now, if you use workflows with the email templates, then it uses this default email template that I think I showed you earlier. That one is right here. So again, if you use this template or you can use a custom email, whichever you want to, it's completely up to you. So that right there is already pre-built. Let me go back to automations. So again, it's going to be much easier because you're probably already going to have warmed the client up with letting them know that, hey, this is expect an email from me for Google reviews because you've already asked them for one. They've agreed, and then great, you're ready to go. So that's the reputation management. Trigger links, this goes back to the trigger links that you said before, but right now I've just got this one right here for discovery call. If they do click on the trigger link inside of the email, you could have it do something. The nurture sequence, if you want to just update a team member, let somebody know, it's, hey, if they got an email, first of all, they open up the email, that's one thing. And then if they clicked on the trigger link inside of the email, that's even more of a thing, saying this person is really interested. Then this right here would be somebody that you move to your warm lead area or even hot lead and follow up with right away. Okay, somebody actually can call them and say, hey, we just noticed that you're interested in setting up a discovery call. I don't see anything on the books here. Can I help you set up a call? Something like that. And then finally, we have website. So right now, what does that mean? The website is a couple of different things that we've done. The contact form, first of all, if somebody submits a contact form, what do you want to have happen? That information is going to go into the contact record. But then what happens after that is going to be completely up to you. So here, we've just got the contact form. And if you wanted to, you could set up something that notifies a team member. But what is the logic? What do you want to have happen when somebody does the contact form? You might want to put them on an email sequence. You might want to do a bunch of different things with them, but this right here is going to be completely up to you to choose what do you want to do. I've just got the placeholder here for you to be able to do it. And then lastly, the website order placed. This is what I told you about earlier, where somebody goes on your website, they submit an order. Then you can sit in here and notify the team. Hey guys, we just got a new order on the website, which is very important. You let the team know because you want to be able to make sure that you can onboard that person and get them set up right away. And then they get this email right here that just says, hey, we appreciate your purchase. Please provide some additional information. And this template right here should look a little bit familiar. And then we're also tracking the clicks inside of here as well. That right there is just follow up the onboarding. And then whenever they get this, the customer get it, it takes them back to the onboarding funnel that has all of that information, schedules the onboarding call, processes it. And then now you can sit back and have a system in place that monitors everything. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And I just want to sit back and go over all of that. I think, let me just take a look at my notes here. That is everything I've got pre-built in here. Now, if you're looking to get your business started right away, you don't necessarily need to implement all of these, but I like to give these to my affiliates to sign up under me as an affiliate link because I want to get them up and going with not only being able to sit back and to do with AI, with voice AI to get their business set up right away, give them a website, to give them all the things that they need very quickly and easily to get them set up here. Now, one of the things you didn't see me do here is inside of this reputation area, I didn't set up the piece that deals with reviews AI. Okay. I do have this set up on auto response, at least for right now. But one of the things is if you have a limited number of clients, let's just say you're doing 50 clients or 100 clients, you don't really need to have hundreds of clients or thousands in this business to sell to make a lot of money. If you can sit back and stop at $20,000 a month and you only have 40 customers or 50 customers and you're making $20,000 a month and that's okay with you, hey, I could have a good life and feed my family and everything. And 50 clients is not hard to manage. That you might not need a huge team to manage that. If you do get a Google review, do you really want the reviews AI to respond to that? Or would you much rather respond to it yourself? Because you're probably not going to be getting a ton of reviews. Does that make sense? So I just want to sit back and just say, I didn't put any auto responses. I didn't configure any of this stuff up here regarding this for this particular snapshot, because I would figure you'd want to do that yourself. So anyway, that's all that I had to the AI agency snapshot. Now what I'd like to do is just take a minute and go over the AI client. Now, I know we've been going for over an hour. You might want to just take a break here, but we're going to go over the AI client portion of this and then show you how, whenever you do get a client, what kind of pieces you would need to put in their system and how their system would differ from yours. All right, let me get moved over here and let me go switch from here to the AI client snapshot. Okay, so now that we're here, I'm going to start back at the top. And again, just to set the tone on this one here, The previous snapshot that we just spent the last hour going over, this is what you would put in your own business, in your own sub account. Now, whenever you do this, you absolutely, if you're going to be dealing with AI services or reputation management services, like I'm recommending, you should absolutely build your own client snapshot. Now, if you're not an affiliate of mine, then you'd have to build your own. If you do sign up under me or my affiliate, you get all this stuff for free. So you don't need to build any of this stuff. You just simply go to the affiliate support group, the community I have in high level, and all of this stuff is ready to be downloaded. You can just click on the link, install this, and once you install it, you can then configure this snapshot with any of your clients that you get. So just keep that in mind, that this is all available to you. So again, I want to simply move myself away. So I'm going to start out here in the settings. And again, just custom values. I'm not going to go over all these, but here are some of the same ones. AI employee name, because again, we're going to be running AI services, business address, hours, logo, name, business products and services, like what do they sell, what things like that. Now, I was just working on this. I've already got some things pre-built here, but if it's products and services, if you're dealing with plumbing and things like that, you could be putting in things like we fix plumbing, we do hot water heaters, we do whatever, if you're dealing with plumbing. And then business type is just what type of business you provide, or plumbing and cleaning service or something like that. And again, why do we need all these? All of these are needed because I put these values into the AI agent description. So the AI agent knows more about the business for the customer, which in turn is able to respond more to customers that call in. Because right now, if customers, forgive me, but if you have somebody interested in AI, they're not going to be concerned about where you're at or where's your business at or just things like that, or your business hours. They're more or less interested in your services. If you're a service company that has clients, they may very well, what are your hours of operation or what products or services you have? That way the AI can, again, just better configure the prompt in order to have AI respond better. And then we're going to have a Google review URL. That's going to be included because we want to ask for Google reviews. And then the phone number for the customer. Again, this is the phone number that you have configured for them inside of high level. Okay. So that right there is the first thing. And again, we're going to go back here. Here's where it's, depending upon your customer, this could get a bit iffy. So the customer that you get may already have a software system that they're embedded with. They might already have a calendaring and scheduling system that they're integrated with. Okay. In which case you might need to integrate or use some other third party, maybe some app from the marketplace to actually connect you with that. But for right now, let's just assume that they don't, or they're willing to switch and get rid of their calendaring service to have it integrated with the existing service that you're selling them here. So if they do, there's going to be a calendar. The calendar is going to be here for just your service calendar. Now, I didn't include this, but if you also have somebody that has estimates, if you're dealing with somebody that goes out, specifically, I know HVAC, sometimes plumbers, if they're like, hey, my plumbing stack is cracked and I need an estimate to get it fixed, then you might want to create an estimate calendar here for them if they have an estimate for it. That might be something else that you do as well. But again, at least a service calendar, because you're wanting to at least book service appointments. Okay? Now, if it's an estimate, then you're going to have to configure the estimate calendar to accept estimates. And then that calendar is probably going to be used differently than the service calendar. Okay. Because estimates are typically done at certain times of the day and only by certain people inside of the company. Whereas a service calendar is done by technicians in the company and done within certain hours of the day. Okay. So typically estimates are done later in the afternoon, typically a little bit later on, like 3 o'clock and on. That way the owner or whoever's doing the estimates can also work in their business during the main revenue period from like 7 or 8 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. So that's typically how service companies work. So right now, that's the calendar that we have configured for it. We also have just some pipelines. So this right here is the review pipeline. Again, keep in mind, the other pipeline was for AI services. These are for review. So you simply want to be able to track, hey, how many people have I sent a review to? How many people have send a review request? These are people that need a review request. Here's the people that have been sent. Here's the people that clicked on the review link. Here's the people that left a review and things like that. So here's a pipeline that's going to keep track of where people are at in that stage, depending upon what they click on. Did they click on the link and things like that you sent them? So again, with AI agents, we're only going to have here, we're going to have just got a couple here that's pre-built for you. So you could take a look at them and use whatever you want out of here. But typically you're going to be simply using just the default one that high level gives you. But then you're also going to want to integrate some of the components like the business name. Let me move this over. Notice here, I'm going to see if I can scroll up on here. Forgive me if I'm going to mess this up here. There we go. So here, persona, voice AI agent, role. Here's the business type. You're an expert, whatever the type, plumbing business, AI receptionist named. Here's the name. Who answers calls with this business name? Here's all the stuff that you're going to be doing. So this is just a way that you can customize the prompt for everything, rules regarding the voice AI, things like that. So all of these things are what you have available inside of the prompt. Now, when you do this, you obviously want to make sure that Some of the things I've got configured here is what happens if somebody wants to, typically if they're dealing with AI, somebody might want to say, I want to speak to a human. I want to speak to a staff or staff member or something like that. If they do that, then you might want to just have the AI simply transfer them over. And here's something that you can easily do here. If you click on this and go to edit, this is just some of the cool things, like when the caller asks to speak to a manager, human, staff, or asks to speak to someone else, then you can just simply transfer them here, and you would have to put in the phone number of either an office line or cell phone of whoever you want to transfer that person over to. But when you do, the AI system can simply transfer it. If they get an angry customer, you might want to have an angry customer handled by a particular human. Maybe they're a current customer that's frustrated. You went out to fix something and now it's broken again. You don't want to put that kind of person back to the same AI phone number as a new customer. You want to transfer that person over to somebody else. And again, if they were to do a phone order, things like that, or even book an appointment. So again, the whole point of this is to answer their questions and to actually book an appointment. Okay. And then we've got all these other things as far as asking for email, first name, last name, zip code, city. We want to make sure that we get everything, because if this is going to be a service call, we're going to need the address and all the other information. Now, if you don't need all that, this is where you have to come in and customize the agent for it. And notice that we don't have a knowledge base here. So depending on the niche that you have, this is where you would need to select this. And I have pre-built all of those same knowledge bases that you saw previously. And the other one, I've already deployed those here. So you would just simply pick whichever one you want. And then that right there is what the AI system would go off of, depending on the kind of business that you're dealing with. And again, once you do this, like the hard part, but again, once you have this to get set up, all you have to do is just simply look at the custom values, fill those custom values out. That should take you 5 minutes, something like that, to go configure all that information. Come in here, look at the prompt, customize anything if you want to, or just leave it the same. Come here, configure the phone number. Now, I already have a phone number here that I was doing some testing with on this one, but you can configure the phone number that you have here. This would be the phone number again for the main business line. So here's one of the main questions I get from my affiliates is, do I have to transfer the company's business phone number into high level? No, I don't ever recommend anybody deal with their phone numbers. Don't try to port it. Don't try to do anything. Me personally, it's just too much liability. They could have had that number for 15 or 20 years. It could be a vanity number. A lot of their customers have it. Just leave it where it is and create a new number inside of high level, and then put that new phone number inside the Google business profile as the primary phone number. Now, if you wanted to, for validity, you could keep a secondary phone number as their office phone number, but you want the main phone number that people see on the Google business profile to at least be the one at high level, because that's the one that new customers are going to be calling. And the new customers are the ones that we're going to be wanting to handle. Okay. Those are the people that are calling in about a service and so forth. If they're going to be calling in directly to the main business line, they can call, and those are going to be existing customers. You can handle those people differently if you wanted to. So again, these agents are already going to be put in place. Again, if you go back to Conversation AI, this is the one that's configured for all the other channels that you want to. So that right there is going to be, again, configured with the same knowledge base so that you're communicating, whether it's through voice, the website, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, the same kind of information is being relayed, and the same purpose as far as appointment scheduling and things like that is going to be done. So that right there is important. And I've already went over that, so I'm not going to go over this again. Just, you're going to get these inside of the client. Now, if you're building these yourself, just make sure that you have a Conversation AI agent that handles all of the other channels. Okay. That way, again, no matter what communication mechanism a customer tries to communicate with, website, Facebook, Instagram, voice, text, chat widget, they're going to get the same response from the AI employee, and it's going to be the same AI employee because it's using the same knowledge base that you're pulling from. Okay. You don't want to have separate knowledge bases, because then on the website, they're going to get one answer, but then if they call the phone number, they're going to get another answer, possibly a different answer. That's not going to be good. It's not consistent. So again, the voice AI agent and Conversation AI agent, these things right here. Now, again, to move forward here, just take a look at my cheat sheet. Now for marketing here, I don't really have any nurture sequence emails here, but if we do take a look here, you will see that under templates that we do have some Google review templates, and I'm going to show you how these work here. But these are the templates and the emails that you can use inside of your automations when I get to that particular point. That's going to be there. And let's see, trigger links. You are going to have a trigger link for your Google review, because as you send that out, you're going to sit back and let me just take a moment to stop here and just say, this is where it's difficult to really track what customer leaves you a Google review. And let me help you understand this. This is a problem that you're going to potentially run into. So right now we can send out an email for Google reviews. We can send out SMS messages, and I'm going to show you where that is inside of the reputation settings, because I did build these templates out. That's different than the ones from the agency. Okay. Because agency, you're not going to send out a text message to your customer. They're already going to know the email's coming, and you're going to send them an email and so forth. Okay. But here in the customer, you're going to be dealing with a lot of different customers. You might be dealing with, if you're dealing with an owner agent with 5 technicians, you could be dealing with 30, 40, 50 customers a day. That's a lot to do individually. So this is where you need the automation to handle all of these automation requests. Did they click on the button? If they didn't, follow up with them and things like that. So this is where the automation piece really comes in handy. And here's the great thing about this, by the way. If they buy your AI services, then all the reputation management components get deployed to their account already. They're just going to be dormant. They're not going to be functional until they start paying for the service. Then after a month and the AI services go well, and they're like, man, this is really great, man. Our business is doing well. We're seeing a lot more calls being answered, a lot more book appointments. This is where you can then sit back and say, you know what? We can also help you with your Google reviews as well and completely automate that and start getting you a lot more. And it's only $200 more per month. So now you're $500 a month just went to $700 a month. And you just cross-sell them that. And again, like I said before, you can also start doing social media management if that's what it is. You can have a whole other VA side of social media management. Somebody that you're paying and they can handle producing all the content, stuff like that, using different AI tools, even inside of high level, to generate those type of posts for your particular client, and then start charging them $300, $400, $500 more for doing social media management. Now you've got a customer that's paying you $1,000, potentially $1,200 a month to do all these services, and you just started out with one. So just keep that in mind. I just always like to let people know that you can definitely cross-sell other services at high level once you've proven that the first system works. But let me go back to what I meant about the Google review. Somebody could have, for instance, if you've got a customer might be wanting to use their business email address. So let's just say john@abcmarketing.com or something like that, whatever the business name is. That's the email address that you have for John. And I'm going to call him John Smith just to make it simple. So with that, you're going to send John an email, okay, requesting a Google review. But John's email, the one I just gave you, john@abcmarketing.com, is not associated with a Google account on his computer. He uses john@gmail.com. Again, that's not a real one, so don't use it, please. But that's his personal email account that he uses, but you don't have that email. But that's the one that's connected to the Google account. And when he clicked on the Leave Google Review link, that's the email address that's going to show up that's leaving a review. Not john@abcmarketing.com, but john@gmail.com. So this is where you have a problem trying to associate john@gmail.com with john@abcmarketing.com, especially if you're dealing with a lot of these, okay? Because the email address they have on file works, but again, it's not associated with a Google account that can leave a Google review. Typically, that's going to be a personal email address. So how do you track how many people actually leave you a review? Now, typically, just think this through. If you service them and you do a good job with a client, and then you send them an email, and they get the email, they open up the email, then they click on the button that says write a review. If they've done all of that, you've got a pretty high probability that that person's going to leave you a review. Okay. So really the clicking of the button that says leave a review is really going to be one of your main trigger points to determine whether somebody has left you a review or not. Now, if somebody's left you a review, you probably don't want to sit back and keep sending them more Google review emails. You probably don't, because that might irritate them more. And as a result, you can't leave a second review. Google won't let you do that. So once you leave a review on one Gmail account, you can't leave another one because you've already left a review. High level, Google just automatically, that's in their system that you can only leave one review for a person. So hopefully that makes sense. So now whenever you do that, now you've seen how the Google review link, when you click on it, that's really going to be the determining factor of whether or not somebody leaves your review. Now I'm going over that with you because then I'm going to help you understand the logic I have inside of the automation piece when it comes to processing a Google review. Okay. So now I'm going to come down to automations. So here we've got appointment scheduling. So this is just basically service reminders. If they do book an appointment, this is nothing huge. This is pretty much almost like the standard recipe from high level. 24 hours, you're going to get a message, 4 hours, 5 minutes, or an hour, they're going to get a message. You can customize that if you want to, but it just lets the customer know that you're on their way. Okay. And making sure that somebody's going to be there. But this also appointment reminder also has things like reschedule and canceling an appointment built into it so that people can cancel and reschedule themselves and do all that. You don't necessarily have to get them on the phone to do it for them. So that's nice. So again, contact management. Remember I told you I put this with everything. So I copy these in here as well, just so that you have them. Reputation management. Perfect. So this right here is what I call custom and native GHL processing. So custom, what does this mean? This means that you want to generate your own emails. You don't want to use the email sequence that high level has built into reputation management, which I'm going to get to. I'm going to get to and show you those. But you don't want to use those. You want to create your own emails. Then this is where you would use these custom reviews. Now, I put this in here. This is called a DR. If you haven't heard of this, it's called database reactivation. This is powerful because right now, if you do get a customer regarding Google reviews, you can get them a lot of reviews by just simply going back and running the same process I'm going to cover here and asking previous customers that are already in their system to leave them a review. Okay. Let's just say that a customer has, let's just say 1,000 customers in their CRM. Okay. And they've never asked anybody for a Google review. I'm just going to throw this out here. There's some tweaking that you would want to do to this, but just in general, how this works. So you can just simply say, okay, whenever you bring in all the contacts and so forth into the CRM system here inside of high level, you can definitely highlight all the previous customers and then send them a review request all at once. Now, I wouldn't suggest sending 1,000 all at once because then you're going to be getting a bunch. You could potentially be getting 50, 100, or multiple hundred Google reviews within a very short period of time. And that kind of throws up a red flag with Google, like you're doing something to purchase reviews. So just do it over a series of time. So I would just say just say week, send out a couple of hundred. So 200 reviews for this week. Next week, they're going to be another 200. Next week, another 200. Next week, another 200. And then this way, over 5 weeks, you're going over the entire 1,000. Okay. And the reviews are being spread out over several weeks. And then on top of that, on top of the DR, the database reactivation running, now all the new customers they get are also being added in real time. Like when an appointment is done, you can come in here and the client can schedule a Google review, send that out, and then the automation completely handles everything. Okay. So that's the first thing. That's a database reactivation workflow that I have built in here. And it's a series of emails and things like that go out because that's custom. I'm not using the templates because it's hard to use the templates for database reactivation. You might need another custom message in order to do that. Okay. Because these are customers that could have been weeks or even months since they've heard from you. So you wanted to simply remind them, this isn't that you just left them a couple hours ago and now you're asking for a Google review. Okay. So right now I'm going to be bouncing around here. I'm going to hold off on this one. This is Google review left custom. So this is if somebody leaves you a Google review. Okay. So I'm going to come back to that one, but here's the Google review request. Okay. Move myself over. Again, you can have, I do have it here an SMS message. Now keep in mind, if you're not A2P certified, this step in the workflow will just fail. It's not like the whole workflow will fail. The SMS initialize step will fail and it will just move to the next step. What do we think? Email. So it'll send out an email. Here's your, okay, share your feedback with us. Here's a custom message that we get left for this one. And keep in mind, it has the link already pre-built in here. So here's a tag. So you want to say review sent, creator update opportunity. Remember the whole opportunity pipeline. It moves them into the review sent area and then waits 2 days, sends them an SMS and follow-up email. So this is just a 2-step sequence initially, and then it waits 2 days and then sends them another one. Okay. Keep in mind, having one, at most 2 follow-ups would probably be the most I would do with Google reviews. If they don't leave you a review, then they don't want to leave you a review. So you don't want to keep pounding them and hounding them to that. But right now, notice that in this sequence, they're going to get review sent. They're not going to get the other tag. And let me show you what that is. So if somebody does leave you a Google review, now what does that mean? This means that the trigger link was clicked. So here's where the trigger link, that Google review link that you put inside the email, when that Google review link gets clicked, then this is where it comes through and creates a note. It adds a task. It tags review left, review link clicked. So those are 2 that, you can have in there. And now those are tags associated with an account. So now you can just simply say in the future, if you ever have a Google review sequence that you're sending out, then you could just say if, and I didn't do this is something that you would have to do. You could say if customer already has review left tag, then exit the workflow. But if they don't have the review left tag, then take them down the path of what I just showed you. You see what I mean? But I'm just under the assumption that all the new people are going to be new people. Hopefully that makes sense. So that'll be another tag that you can have. And then review request after service appointment. This is another way that if you're booking everything through the calendar, through a service appointment, then what you can do is after the service appointment is done, you can have it wait a couple of hours and then send out the email sequence. Same email sequence. It's just the trigger is going to be different. This one's going to be automatic based upon if you're using the service calendar. If you're not using the service calendar, then you would have to manually initiate the workflow. So that's that. And then native GL processing. This is where you're actually utilizing the templates that are inside of high level. Now, how is this different than the ones that I already showed you? So here, notice that inside of here, this particular action looks different. Notice the icon. Okay. The action before was an email sent action. So you're sending out an email. This is saying send review request. Okay. So whenever you do this inside of a workflow, you're sending the templates that are built inside of the reputation management area. I haven't shown you that yet. I'm going to get into that. So this right here says, okay, send them an SMS review, then send them an email review. Okay. And then leave a tag, update the opportunity in the pipeline, all the stuff that we talked about, except this step in the workflow is different. Okay, you're setting up this custom action here. And just to let you know, if you do click on this, let me see if this messes up. Notice inside of here, you could choose whatever action you want, SMS, email, or WhatsApp. Okay, again, I don't have WhatsApp configured, but you could use that if you want to. So that's that. And it just depends upon, do you want to use the templates inside of high level? I would recommend you use the templates inside of high level. Why create stuff custom? Definitely do the DR stuff, the database reactivation. You definitely want to be able to do that because you're going to be servicing your customers that way. But you don't necessarily have to create all of these emails. You can just keep them inside of the reputation area and just continue to use those. And again, Google review left. This is, again, whenever they clicked on the trigger link and so forth, like I already showed you. Now, that's really it. These other ones right here are ones that the AI call analysis. I'm not sure about those. That I'm actually working on that. That's like using some workflows to analyze. And again, I'll just explain the concept. I'm not going to go over the workflows here. So still on work. But whenever you get an AI call, how do you forward that transcript to ChatGPT? How do you put that transcript inside of a Google Sheet and then have AI analyze that to track differences between, maybe it could be a question that a customer calls in and asks that's not a part of your frequently asked questions. And you might need to update your AI database. So, how do you detect those new questions being asked and then update your analysis and then let your team know that they need to update it? So I'm still working on those, but I haven't completed it yet. And I'm not sure if I'm even going to include them in here or not, but in case you're wondering, that's what these are. Now, the last thing is inside of the reputation area. Okay. Under settings, this is where your customers are going to be getting all of this. Okay. You definitely want to configure the reviews AI here. Okay. You definitely want to do that and have it set up to auto responses because this is a way of saving them all of the time. They're going to be getting potentially 30, 40, 50 reviews sent out every day because that could be how many clients your customers are serving every day. That's a lot. You're going to need to track them inside of the pipeline and you're going to need to automate. If you're getting 10, 15, 20 reviews per day, that's a lot of reviews to respond to. It could take you hours to do that every day, depending upon the situation. So here, you're going to sit back and put this on auto response. This right here is just saying, how much time do you want to wait before you respond? I just gave it 4 hours to make it look good. So somebody leaves a review, 4 hours later, it responds. Now, how does it respond? This is where you can come down here and create multiple review agents. Okay. So depending upon the review type, if you have 2 stars or below, if they leave you a bad review, how do you want to respond to that? How do you want to handle that? 4 stars and above. And the great thing is that if you click on this button that says create starter agents, high level will do all of this stuff for you. It'll create these starter agents and at least create them for you and then allow you to go in and customize them. So anyway, this is really good for being able to how to handle if you get bad reviews and then how do you respond to reviews that are certain amount of stars or above or certain amount of stars below. Okay. So that's just a way of handling that. Review link. This right here is going to automatically generate whenever you integrate part of the onboarding process. If you remember is getting their Google business URL, you're going to want to make sure that you integrate their Google account inside of here. And you just go to settings and integrations, and there's a Google setting in there that allows you to connect their Google business profile to their account. And when they do that, this part right here will generate a custom link that you can utilize to actually send that out. And I'm going to show you, high level has a special link for that. But this right here all gets configured whenever you configure the Google business profile connection. This is a snapshot, so I don't have anything built, so it doesn't show here. But worst case, if you actually needed to, you can come down here and create a custom link. I just put my domain, rayodaniel.com. So you could put in the link to it yourself and to create a custom link if you wanted to. Now here's where the SMS and email requests are. So here, if you come in here, notice that I've got this turned off right now. But if you wanted to, you can turn this on. Now, when you do this here, this is where you sit back and say, okay, when's it then SMS after check-in? I just want to clarify this. This is where high level can be on the same page with some terminology. What does it mean after check-in? What this means, it just means after a review request has been sent. That's what checking means. So after you send them a review request, then what do you do? Okay. 4 hours later, this is what you end up doing. And then until they actually click on and open it up, I want to repeat this every 3 days with a maximum of 1 try. Now keep in mind, you can have up to 5 tries. Why is that? Because if you look on this set SMS template, that you can have a live one. The live one is the one that gets sent out by default. And then you can have 5 retries. I wouldn't recommend 5 retries because you're going to really irritate them if you leave them this much. But right now, the SMS one, this is just the SMS template that you can use. It pops up and here's the template. I just call it SMS review 1. You can add an icon here if you wanted to, change an image, put your logo in here, have a custom URL if they click on it. But then here's just the message. Myself out of the way. Hi, this is again choosing the company name. We appreciate your business. If you have a moment, we'd be grateful if you leave us a link. And then this right here is your Google review link that you have in your custom values. So that is one template. And again, you can customize it to be whatever you want. And again, there's another follow-up. So You configure these templates here. When you configure the templates, then that's what gets used inside of the email, that workflow automation that says SMS reviews. These are the reviews that get sent out. Now, keep in mind, if you do send out the SMS and the email reviews, they will get the initial SMS and then the follow-up SMS, as well as the initial email and the follow-up emails as well. Keep in mind, if you do that, they're going to be getting both of them. So again, email requests are just the same. You got to wait 2 hours. Why it's different, I don't know. That's just what I chose. You can send it to whatever you like. Every 3 days, it's going to update this, and a maximum retry of 1. Why? Because I have 1 live and then 1 retry. So here, if we set templates, notice that there's a live and then there's a retry. Here's the email templates that get sent out. If you take a look at them, edit the template, move myself over. Notice that it just has this whole thing has the contact name in there, company name, click on write review. This right here has, if you take a look here, this is that special link I told you that high level uses, reputation.review_link. So once you configured Google Business Profile and you have that custom link already built, you can use this contact field to represent that review link if it's configured. Okay. So just letting you know that's the custom link. And you got 2 here. Again, you can have a WhatsApp template. You should definitely have things like review QR codes. Now, I don't have anything in here because when you deal with QR codes, you typically have to hard code like a website or something like that into it, which means you need a link, and you can't get the link until you configure the client. So right now, you should definitely be using the reviews QR code. If you're not familiar, just simply click on new. It has a lot of different QR codes that you can use, but dropping a review becomes very easy. Here, you get this review, and again, you can use it for Google or Facebook. And this is something that you can give them a QR code. That QR code can be put on a placard in their office, where customers, if they do come into the office like a dentist, they can scan it right there and leave a 5-star review right at the desk. And you can make it a part of that receptionist to say, hey, would you have a minute to leave us a review? We'd really love to hear from you. Just scan the QR code right there. They click on it on their phone. They boom, they click 5 stars and leave a quick review. And now you got another review. Or if you want to, a lot of people are using these on drop card. So they'll get cards configured, like leave us a Google review. And then this is a leave behind that a technician can leave with the customer when they're on site, just saying, hey, we really appreciate a Google review. You can leave this in a business card, or if you want to, depending on how you're integrated, I've seen people even integrate these QR codes on invoices. So whenever they send them a receipt for an invoice, there'll be a QR code for leaving a review there as well. Just saying. Some other things right here is pretty cool is you can have spam reviews on. So if people start spamming you, one of the things you could do is just simply turn off like the auto response feature and things like that, which you don't want to auto respond to a bad review. You can dispute it and things like that. So there is some spam detection. And then finally, you can integrate these with any of the other ones, depending upon the business. It could be, I think, Yelp's on here. I thought I saw Angie's List on here or something like that. So all of these other different places you can now integrate and pull the reviews in as well. So anyway, that's the things that I also have configured in here that you should as well. And whenever you drop all of this in here, it makes it very easy to simply say, okay, I need to go to the calendar and configure that based upon their service appointment schedule. I need to go here to configure this. So once you deploy this, now you say, okay, I've got 8 things inside of this snapshot that I need to go configure the custom values, come in here and set a QR code for the website, generate that QR code. And it doesn't even have to be you. This is something instruction-wise that you can even leave with your virtual assistant. So as soon as that's deployed, then you can create a task, send that email out to the virtual assistant saying, hey, we just got a new customer. This needs to be set up. And then you get their complete account set up before the onboarding call. And then before they get onboarded, now their complete system is set up a couple of days later. And you just want to make sure you have enough time to look over their account to get them set up and things like that if you wanted to. So anyway, I hope this helps, but this is the 2 systems that I have put in place so that if you're looking to go with high level and you're really looking to start an AI business or reputation management business, you can just simply take either one of these 2 snapshots, build your account very quickly, get up and going to start doing business, sales, and all the stuff that I showed you before. And then once you actually get a client, specifically, this is very easy if you have the high level, the Agency Pro account. Again, if you didn't sign up initially, you can always upgrade to Agency Pro with my affiliate link in the video description. You still get all the bonuses. I know I've said that before. This right here is how I get compensated for generating all this content for you. I just appreciate it if you could remember me if you're looking to get upgraded. When you're at that particular point, I don't recommend you upgrading until you're ready. Okay, you should have at least 1 customer, if not 2 customers, signed up paying you so that you can cover the cost. But if you do use the Agency Pro, you can configure this snapshot inside of the SaaS configurator so that whenever somebody signs up with your account, the account gets automatically created, user account gets created, they get an email saying account's already created. This snapshot automatically gets deployed to the account. Everything in their account gets set up. Your virtual assistant gets an email saying, hey, we got a new customer, log in and get access to it because your virtual assistant is going to be an agency user. They have access to all the sub accounts. They can log in, get everything configured, those 8 steps I told you about. They go here, they get this set up, they get this set up, they get this set up, and get it all ready to go. So hopefully that makes sense. I appreciate you hanging in there with me. This is probably one of my longer videos, but there is a lot of information that I put into these snapshots to make it very easy. So keep in mind, we've gone an hour and a half plus, probably an hour and 45 minutes already, going over the details of what I have in here. But for you, when you get these snapshots, you just go log into the affiliate support group community I have at High Level. You're going to go into the learning tab and you're going to click on these links, import them into your account, these snapshots into your account. When they're imported, you're just going to simply deploy these things into your sub accounts and then use the client snapshot for all of your future clients, or for you to build your own snapshot. Because keep in mind, I would recommend take my snapshot, create a sub account inside of your agency, and then use that sub account to create your own AI client account if you want to. That way you can take what I have, customize it, and then make it your own. You could do that as well. So guys, I really appreciate you hanging in there with me on this one. I know it took a little bit of time for this. I hope you found this informative, but my goal here as a high-level expert and an affiliate of High Level is to help you be successful. That's it. Now, I get other people who say, I've signed up with these affiliates and I don't hear from them. They won't respond. They won't help me. And now I'm stuck. I don't really know what to do. I'm always available for my clients. If you ever find somebody that's an affiliate of mine, I'm always available by email. If it's a problem with a complicated problem, we'll have a Zoom call or something like that. But virtually, I'm available anytime. Just send me an email with the screenshot saying, hey, Ray, here's a problem that I've got. Or, hey, I'm looking to implement this new service. How would I do that? I'm going to send you a reply back on this is how you could do it. Or if it's more complicated, I'll say, hey, let's hop on a Zoom call so we can work one-on-one and get this done. So guys, thanks for hanging in with me so much. I appreciate it. And you had an awesome day. Be sure to like the video. Leave me a comment if you have a question. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.